Long time no see, guys. Welcome to Box to Box Football. And as I say every single time I'm here, I'm back here with the one and only Jack Farr. Now, guys, again, what day is today? It's the 18th. So it's, let's say, 2 weeks away from the Champions League being back. 2 weeks, meaning the best competition in Europe is back in town. And it's not going to be the way it used to be. There's a bit of a change due to COVID. The quarterfinals, semi-final is only going to be one leg. But before all that, there is a few last 16 games that still need to be played. And we're going to discuss them right now. We're going to give a prediction of the last 16 games that still awaited to play. Jack, do you want to get into this now?
Yeah, man, I'm happy to. Let's do it.
Let's just talk about a dud first. To me, a game that is already kind of done and dusted. Bayern Munich versus Chelsea. Now, the first leg was a bit of a massacre. Bayern Munich came to London, slapped up Chelsea 3-0. Could have been a lot more. The second leg is coming up. Jack, do you really see Chelsea having a chance here? Is this really going to be a contest?
No, I don't. It's game for me. I will make the point just to protect box-to-box football and our reputation a little bit here. We've seen some mad shit happen in the Champions League, so I'm not going to rule out some mad shit happening again because we've seen it in the past. But I think safe to say on this one, especially the fact that it's in Munich, maybe a score draw or just like a one-goal win for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich playing crazy good football recently, arguably the best team in the world in terms of current form. Pretty straightforward, I'd think.
Jack, just like you, to me, it's just a complete dud. Bayern Munich just won the double. They got Lewandowski, who scored 50 goals this season, a team who's scoring out of their mind. The only hope Chelsea really has that Bayern Munich haven't really played, aren't going to play for the next, month?
Yeah.
But they finished their league 2 weeks ago. That's the only real chance I give them. But even if the game starts, I don't even see Chelsea winning the game. I can see a 3-1 to Bayern Munich, you know. Yeah. I think Frank Lampard's going to go there with no real hope. I don't think he's going to put out the strongest team possible, depending on what happens. Again, to me, it's just a void game.
Yeah, I agree.
Guys, if you believe Chelsea's going to win, if they do win, I'm going to eat my words. Play this as many times as you want, but I don't think Chelsea have a chance. But, Jack, let's move on and let's talk about the other game. This one's quite interesting. Messi came out the other day and wasn't really happy with Barcelona, but let's talk about this game. Barcelona versus Napoli. The first leg finished 1-1. Barcelona with the away goal. But since the restart, Barcelona haven't really been on their perch. If this game happened before lockdown, you would have said Napoli coming to the new camp would have been a bit of a tough game for them. But looking at Barcelona right now, really struggling. Lost the last game at the new camp against Osasuna 2-1. Jack, tell me, what do you think about this?
Well, it's really interesting. I'd argue this is going to be the most interesting game as a neutral viewer. Napoli are playing fucking well at the moment. They really are. Since the restart, they've really picked things up. Napoli have been garbage this year in Serie A. Really, really poor. Lingering around kind of mid-table, sometimes bottom half, like really, really poor. Really stepped things up since the restart. They do look like a much better team, and we start to recognise the Napoli team now. Barcelona is the opposite, doing very, very poorly, and kind of were doing okay, but now going down. So really differing forms going into this game. I think, and I'm sure you'll get into this as well, lack of Arturo Vidal for this game, right? Lack of Sergio Busquets for this game means Barcelona's midfield is going to look a little different in terms of its structure and the way that it plays. However, Barcelona just had the embarrassment of not winning the league to bitter rivals Real Madrid. I think that all that team and that management are going to be thinking about until this Napoli game is trying to prove some people wrong and do as well as they can in the Champions League. It's at the new camp. Oh, no, sorry. I was going to say it's at the new camp. We can't really talk about home advantage anymore, and I think I did that in Bayern Munich, so sorry about that. But I think Barcelona are going to be the more fired up. They have the away goal.
Wait, are the games not going to be played in the home stadiums now?
Are they not all in Portugal? I thought they were all in Portugal.
I'm pretty sure that they're all going to be played at the home teams.
Okay. So in that case, that just adds to my point. New camp, Barcelona with the away goal. I think they're going to be very, very motivated by the fact that they really, really want to make sure that they have something to be proud of at the end of this year. And Napoli are fighting quite hard to make sure that they kind of maintain that Europa League spot that they're in Serie A. So for me, I'm going to say it's going to be close, but I would say probably a 2-1 Barcelona win.
I won't second that, Jack. I feel like this could have been. This to me is one of the worst matchups Barcelona could possibly get now. I look at the way this Barca team is set up out of possession, and it plays right into Napoli's hands. Did you watch the game in the Italian Super Cup against Inter Milan?
Yeah.
They were on the attack, missed a big opportunity. The ball came to the goalkeeper, and he just launched a big 80-yard switch into Insigne.
Yeah.
Squares the ball for Dries Mertens. Barcelona on the counter-attack right now are as vulnerable as they've ever been. It's literally one ball and they're in. This Napoli team, with the amount of runners that they have, they're going to trouble them. I can see Napoli coming to the new camp and beating Barcelona 3-1. This Barcelona team lack a lot of imagination. I'm not going to lie. Barcelona were the best team when teams will come to the new camp and put their two banks before and say, break this down. They were the best team at doing that. Now, they really struggle. Out wide, I don't know where the creativity is coming from out wide and in the middle. If Messi's not creating, who is creating? Suarez lacks a lot of movement and mobility. I see Napoli taking this.
Wow.
And if Messi says that too, that he's not even sure that if they can beat Napoli, what does that tell you?
Yeah, you know what? I think I do agree with you from a standpoint that I think the better team going in is going to be Napoli. I think they're, at this point, probably just about the more talented team, playing a lot better, obviously. I just look at the motivation that I think that the Barcelona players will get from losing the league to Real Madrid, and I just think that's really going to force them through. But I respect your call, putting your neck out there. I like it.
That can also be that could also turn away from them, because as anxiousness, what happens if they do go down? Where does tell me, where do they go? Because watching Barcelona lately, they put so many players forward and they lack so much imagination, and also they give away a lot of chances. Barcelona give away 2 chances a game previously. Now they give away 4 or 5 good opportunities. So yeah, guys, tell me what you think with that. But we're gonna move on now. We're gonna talk about the other game, and we're going to talk about the 9-time Italian champions, or 8-time, I don't know, in a row. They dominate Serie A, but when it comes to the Champions League, haven't really been up to it. Let's talk about Juventus and their second leg against Lyon. Now, the first leg finished 1-0 to Lyon, which was a bit of a shock. And this second leg is really in the balance. The reason why I say this is because I don't believe this Juventus team is actually good enough to win the Champions League anymore. At the start of the season, I tipped them to win it because they had the X factor of Cristiano Ronaldo. But me watching the way that they've set up in the past few weeks, and especially the way that they're throwing away games, they had a game against, AC Milan?
Mm-hmm.
And they were 2-0 up in the space of 18 minutes. They conceded 4 goals. The game against Sassuolo,
3-3.
2-0 up, the game finishes 3-3.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, from a team who was synonymous with their defensive play, not only are they sometimes struggling to score goals, they're leaking that many, and especially with the Lyon team, with players like Dembele in there, who does, if he does get an opportunity, he will take it. It does look like a serious problem. But Jack, do you want to take this away?
Yeah, sure. I think Juve win. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but I think Juve progress here. Like you've said, Juve aren't playing so well. It's all but guaranteed now that they're going to win Serie A, because the challenges around them lost games which they should have won to keep.
They've been awful since the restart.
And it's a real shame, to be honest with you, because I was hoping for a really kind of tightly contested Serie A title. But unfortunately, Juve are going to win it again. It's not going to be pretty. And, their final stretch of games is not going to have looked particularly good. However, that X factor is still there. And by hook or by crook, whether it goes in off his shoulder or off his head or off the back of his head or off his knee, Cristiano Ronaldo, you would imagine.
Or penalties, just remember.
Or penalties. Cristiano Ronaldo will no doubt inch in, drag this team against a Lyon team who are fine. If this was against one of the big boys, Juve are in serious trouble. Against a team like Lyon, I just think that there's going to be only one winner. I just don't think it's going to be pretty. My prediction would probably be, I'd say probably maybe 3-1 extra time, I'd say.
3-1 extra time.
Oh, no, hang on. That's rubbish. It can't be that. Oh, yeah. Can it be that? I don't think it can be. No, wait. 1-0 to Juve. Yeah. So maybe 2-1 after extra time. There you go.
Wait, after 2-1, I'm pretty sure Lyon go through because of the away goal.
Oh, did I? Hang on a minute.
Wait, 2-1 on aggregate? Because Lyon are taking an advantage to...
So 1-0 extra time. So maybe 2-0 after extra time. I'll stick with that. That's what I'm gonna. Okay, I'll lock that in. 2-0.
2-0 after extra time.
Yeah. So 1-0 at 90 minutes. 2-0 after extra time.
So 3-0. Okay. Again, the reason why I was talking boldly about Juve is because I was disappointed with them. A team so talented with so many fantastic football players there. They are really, really, really struggling. Now, if this was before lockdown, I would have said, ooh, maybe. But Lyon haven't played a game in nearly 6 months. If they do come and go through, I think it's going to be very embarrassing. This could be the lowest moment in for Juve, maybe in the last 10 years, if they don't go on and win this game. I still see them going on and winning. I see Ronaldo stepping up. I see the baller stepping up. I don't see them winning the Champions League anymore. But this game, I see them going through, let's say 3-0 Juve normal time.
Yeah. And like I say, I don't think it's going to be pretty, but I can just see Juventus dragging themselves through to the next round.
Yeah, a team that don't play football in 6 months, and you expect to come in a team who maybe have maybe 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
In 6 months, 3 weeks. Unfortunate for Lyon. But guys, let's move on to the last game. And to me, this is one that's quite interesting. Very, very interesting, because I have my friend Jed, who's a Real Madrid fan. We've been talking about this game a lot. The game that I'm speaking about right now is Man City versus Real Madrid. The first leg finished 2-1 to Man City. Man City were able to get 2 away goals at the Bernabeu. But in the second leg now, I'm looking at this from the point of view. Yes, Man City do have the advantage, but Real Madrid have just came off winning the La Liga for the first time in 3 years. They are playing some of the best football that they have played in a long time. Defensively, they look like an anchor. Ramos might be missing, but Militao's came in, and to be fair, he's decent. You got Hazard also coming back. But before I talk about it, Jack, tell me what you think about this game.
I think City are going to go through. I think the 2 away goals are huge. I think, I look at Ramos not being a part, and I do just think that makes a huge, huge difference. You also never know what the reaction is going to be after you do win something. And I think winning La Liga for Real Madrid is going to be quite, is really quite big, quite a big deal. So I don't know. It feels to me like too much of an advantage in Manchester, I should say, to then be able to give away without the leadership of somebody like Sergio Ramos. I think Pep will outthink this one. Maybe it'll be close. Maybe City will go through on away goals or maybe just by a 1-goal deficit to win. But I don't know. I've got City just holding on and going through here.
I'm a bit torn with this one. I think you mentioned the Ramos factor plays a massive part in this. I think Ramos being in there, not only defensively, again, people might question him defensively, but he's one of the best defenders in the world. But going forward, He's a massive, massive, massive factor. He scored the most goals in his career this year. I think he has like, what, 12, 13 goals this year for a defender. Is crazy. In the box for corners, he's going to play a big part. Free kicks, he's going to play a big part. Penalties, he's going to play a big part. That is going to be a big miss. But they are champions. But then I look at the point of view of Man City and how Man City played since the restart. And since the restart, they have been outstanding. And Pep Guardiola, I feel like his mindset is already thinking towards that Champions League game. That's why he's not letting anyone of his players have a drop-off. Every game, instead of him resting and rotating, he will play the strongest team possible. And sometimes meaningless games. The game against Liverpool was meaningless, but they went out there with a strong side and went to outplay Liverpool. In the FA Cup, every game he's playing his strongest team. His mindset is to get his team as focused and as prepared as possible for the Champions League running. That's the only reason why I'm going to give them the heads up there, because I feel like they might just be an inch sharper than Real Madrid coming into the game. Ramos is going to be huge. I see the game finishing 2-2 and Man City going through.
I can agree with you. I think that's a kind of the scoreline that I'd probably be on board with.
You know, that is a tough one. If Real Madrid do go through, I will not be so surprised, because I feel this is the best time for Real Madrid to play Man City. If this would happen straight after the first leg, Man City go in there and they roll Real Madrid over. But now with the hazard factor, them just winning the league and have so many players going forward. Benzema, who has been criticized a lot, is playing some of maybe the best football of his career right now. There's so many factors for Real Madrid, but I just feel that it's just going to be a step too far for them, and I see Man City going through.
Yeah, shout out to Benzema. I've always been particularly critical of him myself, but I think he's really blossomed ever since Ronaldo's left. And, you know, what shock horror, you play one of the key attacking positions and a ball hog leaves, so you get more of the ball to show your skills. Like, shock that Benzema is now doing much better than we thought, you know? But yeah, shout out to Benzema, doing very, very well.
So guys, we've just talked about the 4 remaining last 16 fixtures, but wait, this is part 1. Part 2 is about to come up right now, so just wait. Part 2, this is going to drop first, and part 2 is going to drop soon. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll wait.